Hello and welcome to RoomPriceGenie. We make dynamic pricing possible for any hotel of any size, whether with a revenue manager or not. So you know how large hotels move their prices up and down with demand and supply? Well, small hotels simply have not been able to do that until now, because RoomPriceGenie makes revenue management software to automate really good pricing for smaller hotels, boutique hotels, bed and breakfast, service apartments, etc., and make them 20% more revenue. So what's the problem? When you're booking a holiday, you look at booking.com and you compare every hotel on price and value. And this means now that pricing is more important than ever. And small hotels are losing out hugely to the larger hotels with revenue managers and software. Setting the prices manually is time consuming, it's beyond their skill set, and it's prone to error. So I want to introduce my father. He's 81 years old. This photo is from when I recently saw him again after 18 months. So this is a very happy photo. He is not a technical person at all. And in 2017, I visited and I saw that his bed and breakfast pricing wasn't right and that he was losing out. So my background is in hedge fund algorithms. And I knew that just as in our hedge fund, all of these things can be automated. And that is how RoomPriceGenie began. And I was very lucky to be joined by co-founders Marvin Spey with their private equity background, Jörg Siegel with a data science background, and 20 more really intelligent, committed, resourceful team members with complementary skill sets. So the challenge was to make a system that literally anyone could use. And it's not enough to scale down a solution for a big hotel. A small hotel OMS is not a large hotel OMS with a nicer, simple interface. In a way, you have to start again. So it's got to be simple and intuitive. They need to be able to control it. It needs to give good prices, whatever data there is. So using internal data, external data to the best you can, even if they only have, say, 20 rooms. So standard revenue management systems work with a lot more internal data because they're meant for larger hotels. It's got to be transparent and trustworthy. They need to believe the prices are right because they understand how they're made. So this trust means that they're then happy with the full automation. Because without full automation, small hotels have to do too much work to maintain the system. It needs to work without any input from the hotels if necessary, because the manager might be 81 years old. And the product needs to be super cheap to provide, meaning everything is automated. So this is just an example. This isn't our product, but this is our main product, but this is an example of the reimagination of technology. So typically a revenue management system takes weeks and thousands of euros to set up. But with our clients, we needed to get them interested now. We needed something to pique their interest and realize how much better they can do, because at this stage of their pricing knowledge, that's where they are. So we set up a full pricing optimization by email with just a 2-minute setup using the booking.com login. And this is totally unique, but it's part of what we need to do for our particular market. So after all of this, are our customers happy? And the answer, we're very pleased to say, is that they're extremely happy. In a study, we've shown an over 20% revenue increase, or $71,000 for a 19-room hotel. And my father himself made £50,000 in his first year. But it's more than about the revenue, it's about trust. 95% of our customers trust our prices enough to just leave us on autopilot. We have top recommendations score on Hotel Tech Report, and we have tiny churn. What is the opportunity? So in the past 2 or 3 years, I don't know if you know, but there's been a real opening up of the APIs in hotel PMS and channel management software. And that means that 1 million hotels and similar type properties will be able to benefit. And many revenue management systems have sprung up around the same time to take advantage of this. But crucially, looking at the distribution of hotels, 80% of these hotels by number are in our target range of under 60 rooms. And while every other OMS is fighting over the 20%, they're larger, they're richer hotels, they've got higher ticket sizes. What we're doing is we're working to create the perfect product and customer journey for the 80% of the smaller hotels, for the non-experts. And this takes a lot of creativity, but it's a totally blue ocean market that we're growing into. We believe that in the future, every hotel will need dynamic pricing, and they'll be realizing this over the next few years. Looking at comparable travel tech companies that entered the market early, we see a reasonable possibility of 30,000 hotels or 75 million euros ARR. And because we're building everything about our product and systems to be automated and no touch, we have very little need for human customer service, and we're building everything for an 80% gross margin. We believe that the biggest proof of concept, though, is always traction. We sold to our first customer in 2019. Because of the Corona situation, we've had to rely almost completely on just inbound leads. In 2.5 years now, we're coming up to 500 properties in 30 countries, which already puts us somewhere close to the top 10 highest in the world for all revenue management systems. And more than that, we achieved it during such a tough time of Corona. In 2020, we increased our monthly recurring revenue by 3.5 times. So we are RoomPriceGenie. We're making dynamic price optimization possible for every hotel in the world. And I would like to thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ari. Well done. Dragons, I sense a little bit of a trend here. We're into data management, revenue management. What do you think?
Well, I think it's super duper powerful to find product market fit at the dinner table, right? So that's and making your dad 50K as well. Yeah. So I think that's super powerful. Exactly to Pete's point, right? So is this a red? You're telling it's a blue ocean, but I don't know the market dynamics. So to me, it sounds like a red ocean because the market is opening up. APIs are basically easy to attach to. So give me 5 guys who can spin out an algorithm and they can make a better pricing algorithm and make more money. So how do you fight that off?
Okay, so when I say blue ocean, what I mean is that almost none of our customers had a revenue management system before us, and what basically our customer base are the type who would not have had a revenue management system before. So our job really, what it is to sort of take them on a journey whereby we have an academy to teach them about revenue management. We have some blog posts, we have this learning journey, and we have these products that get them slowly into it, like an email product that gets them into this idea. And so what for us we see is the blue ocean market is the fact that these are not experts. The experts know they need it. The experts have got a lot of different systems that they can use, and there's a lot of competition there, and they're all saying they've got better features or whatever. But in the end, what we're doing is really making the user experience and so it's not just the algorithm. It's got to be everything. It's got its whole package has to be right for smaller hotels. Their mindset is not the same as a revenue manager.
So Excel is your biggest competitor right now. So they probably do more.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
No, Ari, I just wanted to jump in to just say great storytelling. I mean, you were able to keep my attention all the way to the end. And yes, I think it was just great. And also finding this opportunity by, using your dad as an example. And so I guess my question was on the business model. I know you kind of ran through that slide real quickly, but how are you making money from this?
Yeah, so we charge a monthly subscription fee of somewhere around, it's a minimum of like 160 euros.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot of companies that try to sell to small hotels, to independent hotels, and it's usually like difficult to get the attention of the owner because the owner does so many different things at the same time. He just does have a limited bandwidth. So how do you go about that?
So as I say, at the moment they've been finding us. What we need to do is find them. So we're basically going to start outbound sales as a strategy going forward. Now, I mean, we've done tests. It's really good in the tests that we've done, but we need to basically scale that operation. And so, and the other way is basically through the software that they already have. So they have the property management system, they have a channel manager, and the best way in is if we can become integrated within there, so they can then see directly the possibilities within that. And we do that with we have got partners who we are showing, for example, we have an iframe with a channel manager where we directly in their software for all their clients.
And I remember that like a couple of years ago, Booking bought a revenue management system. I don't remember the name of it. It was a French company, I think. Whatever happened to that?
So it didn't fit with Booking's plans, and they actually shut down all of their analytics. It just didn't fit.
So that's not a competitor, basically.
No.
Great. Thank you very much, Ari. Well done.
Thank you very much, guys. Pleasure.